Winding up for the day then, the gas stocks surely have held out. Gujarat Gas has held out by about 5.5%, MGL, IGL as well in tow. Adani Enterprises, of course, has been one of the large caps which has looked very good along with Adani Ports. Asian Paints had a strong reaction to its earnings, 2.5% higher on that one. And then, of course, Indusind Bank for, I think, a fourth consecutive day now, that's managed to show a very strong recovery. There's also been HCL Technologies, Axis, Ultratech Cement. These have all been good movers. And Unilever as well today has had a very strong session. About a 2.5% uptick is what the stock price has seen. The breadth of the market as well managed to close in favor of the advances, even though the index is going absolutely flat. The breadth was a lot more lively with names like Idea, SBI Cards, GNFC as well added to that pack. On the flip side though, for the index, I guess it was a bit of a tug of war. The losers were the likes of DRL, which is closed in, by the way, at the session lows. Almost a 7% cut is what the stock is going home with. L&T, 5.25% lower there. Hindalco, Divi's, Eicher Motors, Bharti, ITC, Tata Steel, and some of the technology names as well, which didn't really do anything or at least gave up their morning gains, like a Tech M, Infosys, and Reliance as well goes home absolutely flat for itself.
Okay, and in the meantime, let's take stock of what's happening across the globe as well, because the rates coming in from Europe does suggest that they are pretty much on the front foot, and the pre-market rates from the US are also in the green. But back home, it was the Pharma index that was languishing. So apart from Dr. Reddy's, of course, which was the result reaction, Loris Labs saw quite a bit of beating. Aurobindo Pharma, Gland Pharma, Torrent Pharma were some of the other names on the back foot. Realty has been holding out. Today as well, there was a bounce back in Indiabulls real estate after that 20% gash down that we saw earlier in the week. Today, that stock reacted 4% higher, Indiabulls real estate. Phoenix Limited was also up around 1%. Lodha, Oberoi were some of the other names that managed to hold out in the green. Nifty also, remember, was close to the all-time high levels. So the smaller names in that, the likes of Sona Comstar, Timken India, these were the ones which were doing the heavy lifting today. In terms of the stocks which are sitting at all-time high levels, Siemens ahead of its numbers was 2.25% higher. ABB sitting high by around 1.2%. Then KEI, Chola Holding, Ratnamani Metals, these were some of the names which were sitting at all-time high levels. Separately, we're watching out for names on the losing side, and Paytm deserves mention that SoftBank selling of around 2% had an impact, so 4% lower. Then, of course, there was Nykaa, which was down a good 2%, and names like Delivery, etc. closed on the red. So some of these new age tech companies going home with a bit of a red tick.